Hello. Welcome to the Gig Economy Podcast, episode 228. Climbing up there. We're talking tonight about you're going to absolutely hate a new law going into effect in a couple years. If you're a rideshare driver, get out of the game now. You thought robo-taxis and self-driving cars were going to destroy your life. This new law is going to destroy your life. And then DoorDash is cracking down on some fake accounts, which is really good because there's a lot of bullshit scammers out there. How's it going, Larry?
It's going okay. It'd be going better if my mic was working.
Yeah, Larry's sounding like he is in a bubble because he cannot get his mic to connect to StreamYard from some reason. So we didn't really have much time to troubleshoot it. So he sounds like he's in like a bubble or something like that.
Yeah. It's way out in the boonies of Kentucky.
Yeah. I feel like I gotta bump your volume up too because it's quiet.
Bump me up, brother.
Go to gigeconomyshow.com for everything news related. As far as the Gig Economy show goes, I want to mention our Patreon people: Samson, Bud, Steve, Omar, Delivery Cats, Frank, Jamie, Tom, Jim, Miguel, Linda, and Jerry. Thank you guys so much for supporting the Gig Economy Podcast. If you would like to join us, it's $5 or $10 tiers. The $10 tier, you get an extra podcast a month. You get a T-shirt. You get ad-free episodes. You get the pre-ramble. I can't think. I think that's it. But yeah, go to patreon.com/thegigecon podcast. You can get a 7-day free trial. You can gift it to a friend through the end of the month. There's like so many freaking options that you can do. And I think they even offer a discount. If you sign up now, I think you get like 50% off the first month or something. I'm like, shit, nice. Bro. Shit.
What more can you ask for? I mean, come on.
Exactly. Then we have the Telegram group. Larry, you want to be in a bubble and tell us about that, Bubble Boy?
Yeah, our Telegram group. It's the way we communicate, the way we chat back and forth. It's like a texting app, but besides written text messages, you can also do audio messages, which is really nice when you're out driving. You don't need to be texting and driving, but it's kind of easy to just click on it, record a voice message. You can talk to other gig workers all over the country, all over the world. We just talk about what gigs are hot, any new gigs that are coming out. We bitch about our yucky passengers or bad deliveries we get and just share life together.
Yeah, for sure. Love for you to join us on Telegram. Link is in the description. Everything we talk about, the links are in the description if you would like to participate in that. Also, if you could do me a favor, go to TikTok and search the Gig Economy Podcast. If you give us a follow, that would be great. Trying to build that, trying to post some content here and there.
Before it gets banned?
Before it gets banned, allegedly. Yeah. We're worrying about TikTok where there's still school shootings going on. That's great. There's my little political thing right there. We are early tonight because Mr. Jason has a colonoscopy tomorrow and needs to start prepping.
Some people have all the luck, man.
What's that?
Some people have all the luck.
I know. So I need to get some product down my throat to get things percolating. And so I like, you know what? We're just going to do it an hour early.
Otherwise, it would be me doing the show pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. I did have this banner that we made the last colonoscopy this year, and I had this. Jason's in the bathroom prepping for a colonoscopy. We'll be right back.
Wouldn't that have been great, man? You'd have been running to the bathroom. My sound would be all shitty.
Oh,
It'd just be a crappy night all around.
Yeah, Megan said, you should just do it. And I was like, no. Yeah, it would be fun for everyone else, but I'm uncomfortable. Like, I'm shitting my brains out there trying to do a show.
Oh, man, you didn't get my joke, man. I said it'd be a crappy situation all the way around.
Oh, sorry. I couldn't hear because you're in a bubble. My bad.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that one.
For sure. So stories from the road. You want to go first, Larry?
Yeah, so nothing crazy out there. Just I was out, when did I drive? Saturday night, I think it was. And it was actually pretty busy. A lot of Christmas parties and stuff going on. And people were in a generous mood. I had a couple that asked me to go through McDonald's drive-through. There's like just maybe one car in front of me, so no big deal. But even though it still took a few minutes, and she's like, I feel so bad. So she tipped me. At first they wanted to buy me something, but I was not hungry. I had a big supper. So I'm like, no. You know how they do. They try to force it. They really want you to buy something.
Mm-hmm.
And, but I didn't take anything. So she's like, here, I feel bad you having to wait. So she tipped me $15 cash.
Oh.
It's like, that's much better than a double cheeseburger. So, then later had another guy tip me $20, and then my last ride of the night was kind of out in the boonies. He's like, man, I'm sorry you're having to take me so far out. I'm like, dude, I get tired of these little 3-minute rides taking these college kids. I like a little bit longer ride, and he was real nice, and he tipped me $20.
Damn.
So, yeah, $55 in cash tip. So I ended up doing about $265 for the night. So yeah, a decent night, especially when the
how are those surges?
I caught maybe. I had maybe two. One was like $5, and the other one was like $7.50. So I haven't seen anything, up in crazy. I don't think I saw anything in double digits. But
okay.
I mean, I take it. I mean, we used to get 0, so I'm happy to see it anytime I see one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you were seeing some big ones for a while, and then
and I think I'll see it again maybe when the college kids come back. Like I said, with them being out of town, it's generally much slower. And I didn't really have much downtime at all Saturday night. I wasn't out that long.
Okay.
So it was a good night making $260 for the little time that I was out.
Yeah. Not much. I didn't do much gig work. I worked a lot of my other side jobs. There's been a lot of trips for the old folks. And then, so yeah, I haven't done much gig work. I did want to update y'all on Hop Skip Drive. I still am not complete. And I mean, I've been doing everything in a timely fashion other than the fingerprinting. That I screwed that up. I didn't have a form, so I had to reschedule for a couple days later. But, I'm filling out the form, and it's just form after form and signing and license and blah, blah, blah. So I'm on the homeward stretch, but I read another article about Hop Skip Drive. Now, it wasn't specifically Hop Skip Drive. It was an article about the shortage of bus drivers in Chicago. Okay. And then they listed some things that they're doing. But apparently the Hop Skip Drive is really affiliated through the school. So I don't know how many rides I'm going to be getting outside of that time frame of like 6 to 10 or 2 to 5. I did see that they do help people that are homeless and that's a lot more than just school, but they want to help people that, maybe don't have a home, get to school, that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I might not have a lot of opportunity because if the rides are booked through the school or the school is paying, I'm not sure. So the jury's kind of still out. I'm going to go through the process. I filled out a W-9 today. And they're sending me out decals. So I don't know if I passed the fingerprint. I would assume I did. I can't believe well, I guess it is. It takes a couple of days, and I did it Friday, so it's Wednesday today. So it might be done. They never said you're good, but I mean, if they're gonna send me, and then I did like all in orientation, but I still don't have access to the app yet. So
okay, well, by the time we come back from Christmas break, you should be good.
Yeah, I think I'm on step 10 of 13. So there's a couple other things left. But yeah, it's interesting. It's through the orientation. They kind of gave me a tutorial of the app. It's relatively robust as far as like the options of what you can do and stuff like that. So
that's good.
I mean, I know. I think one of the questions was, can you set up a private ride? Well, you can do, or not a private ride, like a favorite.
Yeah.
You can set that up. So someone can do that to you, and then you could be their regular driver. But again, I mean, I'm not going to be, I'm taking my own kids, not my own kids, but my kids from the district I work at to school already. So I'm not going to have any flexibility at all to get kids to school unless the times are like way off. So
gotcha.
Yeah. But so yeah, I'm looking forward to getting all of it done and moving on from there. So
Very cool.
Yes. Gig economy in the news. I'm just going to get right at the law that you're going to absolutely hate.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh.
And we're gonna play. We'll play that video, and then it's very short. It's 29 seconds, so we'll talk about it.
When the calendar flips to September of 2027, all new cars will be required to sound a warning if the rear seat passengers don't buckle up. The Department of Transportation said yesterday it had finalized the rule. This requires longer warnings as well for front seat belts that aren't fastened. Those front seat changes take effect in September of 2026. The agency estimates that the new rule will save 50 lives per year and prevent 500 injuries per year as well.
Okay, not gonna lie, that's not enough lives to be saved. For
I was just gonna make a joke about that one.
There's no fucking way. I mean, I'm sorry
to it.
I'm sorry to those 50 people, but that is, if you're the, well, here's the thing. If you're the dumbass that doesn't put the seatbelt on in the back, then I get, hey, that's you're rolling the dice.
Yeah. Yeah, unless you're the person in front who gets hit by the person who didn't put their seatbelt on the back, and they become a projectile that can kill you.
But either way, 50 is 50. I don't care if it's the person in front of you or whatever. I mean,
so what's the magic number where it'd be worth it?
That's pressure.
You can think about it and get back to me.
I don't know. I think 500. I mean, just out of the top of my head. I mean, there isn't really a magic number per se, but
I know. I'm just putting you on the spot.
Right. But I mean, as a rideshare driver, now obviously this is new for new cars. So like if you have an old car, if you bought a 2025, you're golden for a long time. You know what I mean? I just think it's kind of ridiculous that it is one of those things where why? I mean, I understand the safety of it, but like literally no one does rideshare driving that sits in the back. I mean, maybe out of 10 rides, one person might put their seatbelt on if they're not like super hammered. So that motherfucker, you know what I would do? I would just buy one of those things that you can just clip in there and just say, hey, if you want to put your seatbelt on, pop that out and give it to me. Otherwise, it's not going to ding. Yeah. I mean, so I don't know what your thought about it is. Are you going to let's say fast forward 2027, you buy a new car. Are you going to say, hey, you got to put these seatbelts on or we can't leave? Or are you just going to drive around it dinging?
I'll just drive around and let it ding.
Really? Oh, God.
Yeah. It generally bothers them more than it bothers me. I'm pretty good at tuning stuff out. And especially if there's more than one person, usually the other people will pressure them into put your damn seatbelt on, you know.
Yeah. Although, I mean, maybe in the newer cars, I mean, there's got to be a fuse for that ding. I mean, just find the fuse and pull it out.
Yeah. And not only are the back ones, it said that the ones in the front are going to be more like last longer, be more aggressive.
Mine in my car, my new car, aggressive. Like
really?
I bet you it's 5 seconds. You know, if you start rolling down the road, 5 seconds, that thing is like, rah, rah, you know what I mean? So, but
that's all it lasts is 5 seconds?
No. It starts going at 5 seconds.
Oh, okay.
No.
Gotcha. I was getting ready to say.
No, that's a lie. I don't think it goes by time. I think it's speed. Once I hit 15 miles an hour, it starts going.
Takes off. Okay. Yeah. That's
which is about 5 seconds from, not going. But, well, I'll get it where, so like if I got a short Amazon delivery, and I drive and it starts dinging, and when I put it in park, it still doesn't stop dinging. I have to open and close the door to get it to stop dinging.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't care you're in park. If you don't put that seatbelt, I mean, obviously if I put my seatbelt on, it would stop, but I'm getting out of the car. Right. But if I'm like looking for the package, I haven't opened the door yet. It's dang, dang, dang.
Oh yeah. It'll take a while for people to get used to that. And, maybe in a generation or so, more people will start putting their back seat belts on. I don't know. I wonder if it'll change people's habits.
Well, the statistic is so low, it makes me think is there just not very many people riding in the back seat, or is it just most people put them on, or they're more safe in the back with no seatbelt on than the front? I don't know. It would be interesting to see more statistics on that.
Yeah, I mean, I wear mine. It doesn't matter if I'm front or back
Yeah,
seat. I mean,
same.
I feel weird not having one on anymore, which is weird, considering when we grew up, half the time we would drive 2 hours to Henderson, Kentucky, and I would be laying in the back window.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Didn't think twice about it.
We took trips all the time in the late 80s with my parents with this big van, and we were just walking around the van, just like laying down, sleeping. We're driving to Wisconsin. It's like, it's no big deal.
Yep.
But again, I mean, you could still do that now. That there's probably good chances you're not going to get hurt. But like, why take the chance?
Exactly. Yeah.
But I don't think a ding is going to save 50. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I was just shocked when that number 50, I was like, are you shitting me? We're changing the entire process in a car because, like, I get the backup camera. Like, I would be curious the statistics of, because now it's standard. It's mandatory. You have to have a backup camera when you make a car. I don't know, in the last 5 years, maybe 10 years. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I bet that saves a lot more than 50 lives. How many people, or at least accidents, when you're backing up and ready to run over Johnny playing on the sidewalk, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, here's what gets me. I don't know if you caught this sentence in here. They were talking about before the rule, seatbelt warnings were required only for the driver's seat. Under the new rule, the outmost front seat passengers also must get a warning if they don't fasten their belts. Front center seats will not get a warning because the National Highway Transportation Safety Association found that it wouldn't be cost effective.
Then why the fuck are we doing it then?
Did you see that sentence in there?
No, I actually didn't even read the article. I was just basing my commentary off the 29-second video, even though I posted the article. That's dumb.
Yeah.
So wait. So the middle seat in the back is not going to have one?
No. The front, only in the front.
Oh God, who has a middle seat in the front?
Well, I mean, like if you have a Suburban or something like that, they have middle seats in the front. They have the bench seat.
Oh, you mean the second row?
No, the front row where the driver sits.
Do they still? They don't make cars that have bench seats anymore.
Yeah, like Suburbans and stuff.
Really? Like you buy a 2025 Suburban and it's got a bench seat in the front. There ain't no fucking way.
Yeah.
You ain't spending $80,000 on a Suburban and it's got some jacked up bench seat back from the 80s. They're gonna be comfortable bucket seats. Yeah, you better look it up with that terrible microphone. That's your penance, even though it's not your fault.
It probably is my fault.
I'm so frustrated. I'm like, I don't understand why it's happening, but wonder when the date of this article was. Oh, updated 3 months ago. Interesting. Anyways, go ahead. What does it say? Bench seat and the Suburban.
I'm looking, but I'm not finding anything.
Bench seat in a Suburban. Can you put a bench seat? Can you get a okay, there we go.
Yeah, let's see. Well,
in the second row, biatch.
Gotcha.
Well, the 2024.
Well, here we go. It says here's four 2024 SUVs that offer front row bench seats.
Yeah, maybe you're right because the 2024 Suburban says you can have front bucket seats or a bench seat.
Chevy Tahoe, Chevy Suburban, GMC Yukon, and Yukon XL, which are all basically, I mean, those are the same car.
But why would you order a brand new Suburban and get a bench?
You might need that seat. You might have that many kids.
Oh yeah, I'm not thinking like that. Yeah, you're probably like an actual because who the hell would want to sit there?
Probably nobody wants to sit there.
Yeah,
it's just like nobody wants to sit in the middle in the back.
Yeah, the bitch.
Somebody gets to ride, bitch.
Yeah, that's true. Huh? Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I guess.
And the only reason I know is because my wife drove a Suburban. She had hers for 20 years,
Yeah.
and
Well, I was gonna say then it is cost effective because you imagine all the manufacturers having to put, in a car that doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. That seems weird.
yeah.
So fuck this. I don't like this. This is dumb.
Yeah, no, and that's in the article where it also, it was talking about that it's gonna. Let's see, where does it say? It says it's gonna last. The rule also lengthen the duration of audio and visual signals for the driver's seat. It's starting. It says that the front seat rules are effective in September 1st of 2026.
Well, honestly, here's the thing. Why haven't they done a child alert mandatory? Like, I bet more kids die in the car than 50. Like, okay, here we go, Googling something else. But like we have that on our bus, right? Once we initiate the reds, we have to, when we're done, if we leave in 3 minutes, or I think it's 2 minutes, everything starts honking. So we have to walk all the way back and hit a button. Now, obviously, it would be super annoying that if you drove passengers, every time the back seat opened, that you would have to go back there and hit a button. Yeah. Or maybe they could do it so you had to acknowledge it on the steering wheel at least, or
something.
I mean, it can be just like a ding, like a seatbelt, but it would be a different tone, right? Everyone would know that's the child safety tone. That's not the seatbelt tone. And then you'd have to hit OK on the steering wheel.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that would be, I would be much more on board with that than a ding in the seatbelts in the back. That's just me personally. So,
yeah, I agree.
All right. Moving on. Yahoo News, fake Uber driver made 300. I'm assuming K.
Yeah, this is crazy. Now, this part, a lot of this we'll discuss after I go over the premise, but a lot of this does not make sense to me.
Oh, geez.
So they arrested a fake Uber driver, says who's accused of stealing more than $300,000 in cryptocurrency from unwitting passengers. So it said in Scottsville, Arizona, they apprehended this 40-year-old man on theft, fraud, and money laundering charges. They said the suspect would pretend to be an Uber driver and pick up unsuspecting customers who had ordered a real ride outside a hotel in Scottsdale. So this is the first thing. He's just pulling up and telling them he's their Uber, and people are getting in. They're not paying attention to what kind of car they're supposed to be getting in, what he looks like, what his license plate is. So that's strike one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it said then the police said that his name was Hussein, would then ask to use the victim's phone on the pretense of needing to look up directions or connect to the Uber app. Okay, what world does an Uber driver ask the passenger, can I see your phone? I need directions on how to get to where I'm taking you, or connect to the Uber app? Okay, it says while he had the unsuspecting victim's phone, the suspect transferred cryptocurrency from their digital wallet to his digital wallet. What are the odds that first two things happen, and then you just happen to pick somebody who's got their cryptocurrency wallet on their phone with no security code to get into it, no nothing, and he can get it in there fast enough to transfer it. And he did this enough times to make $300,000. This article makes zero sense to me. Zero.
When was it dated? Is it recent?
Yeah. The article was dated December 13th.
Okay. I mean, I could see the other stuff because we've heard stranger stories about people getting in Ubers that aren't theirs. I need to use
the first one I can understand. Getting in the wrong one happens all the time. People will get in any car. We know that.
Yeah.
But if I get in a car and dude goes like, "Hey, can I use your phone? I need to look up directions." I'm like, "Nah, dude. I'm getting another Uber."
I know, but I mean, we've heard people say, "Hey, can I use your phone to call somebody?" You know what I mean? Like we've heard that. That's
not the driver. Not the driver.
I mean, maybe, I don't know. So you call him bullshit article? I mean, it's from Yahoo News.
No. I'm not saying it's not a bullshit article. I'm just saying to me it's just incredible that this was this guy's plan and it worked enough for him to make $300,000.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of Bitcoin transferring.
Yeah, I mean unless he just hit one real rich dude and got lucky, but how many times I'm trying to picture it. me picking up somebody who's not really my passenger, and them getting in, and me saying, "Hey, can I borrow your phone for a minute? I need to look at the directions, or I need to connect to my Uber app." I mean, that doesn't even make sense.
I feel like I know it doesn't make sense, but I just feel like people are just dumb.
Yeah, like I would. Yeah, like yeah. Because I don't even like getting my phone. Like I'll have people ask sometimes to listen to something, and I'm like, "Yeah, let me get to the stop sign. I'll pull up Spotify."
Oh yeah, I'm not giving. I mean, I do that with Flex. Like when they're supposed to sign, I sign for them. Same with Walmart. I'm not handing my phone to you.
No.
I mean, not only
No.
is it dirty. Okay, my hands are probably dirty too. But if you drop that thing, like all of a sudden now I got a broken phone because you had Butterfingers. I mean,
So,
not doing
anyway, he was charged with 2 counts of money laundering, 2 counts of fraudulent schemes, and 2 counts of theft. He was appeared in court for a bond hearing and is due to appear again. He appeared again today. So, it said the court in his first hearing said that he allegedly told one victim that they needed to chill or something bad would happen. Oh. So maybe somebody objected to him using the phone, and he
strong-armed him.
Yeah. So he had a $200,000 bond was placed on him, and prosecutors told the court that the suspect regularly travels to Ethiopia and was a flight risk. So the terms of the bond include constant electronic monitoring, a ban on all internet use, and he has to stay in Maricopa County. Since cryptocurrency fraud is a fast-growing and lucrative crime, people across the U.S. made more than 69,000 complaints and reported losing $5.6 billion to this form of fraud in 2023. And that's very likely the true figure is likely many times higher due to the reluctance of lots of victims to contact authorities.
Yeah. Well, the Bitcoin thing is weird anyways. Like I'll be honest with you. I don't have any. I don't understand that weird currency.
Yeah. I threw a little in a long time ago. I mean, it doesn't go very high. I mean, I don't even know what it is right now, but
yeah.
I mean, I just put very little in.
What I don't understand is how these people have these like digital wallets on their phone, and like I have a Stash account. Like you can get into my phone, but you still got to get through security and Stash to get in there.
Right,
like it's double
right,
protected.
Yeah. I mean, if you do have it on your phone, you definitely need to have multi layers of authentication to get in that, not where somebody can just click the icon and get in and transfer your money.
But I'm guessing. Oh, I don't know if Stash made me do it or if I just did. But I wonder if some of those crypto fly by nights are like, yeah, we're not going to make you do it. You know what I mean? But
yeah, it's up to you if you.
Clearly, hey, if you're that dumb, you deserve to lose your money. So anyway.
Yeah, and Miguel's asking, how did he even know where the crypto was? I mean, you're going to scroll through somebody's phone looking at all their icons, trying to figure out what crypto wallet they have. I mean, this is just.
But how do you even complete the ride? Like, what did he do? Like, so he got the crypto, and then he did what? Said, get the fuck out.
Yeah, I get it. Because I mean, if you're watching, you're watching your own ride, you're seeing, that you haven't been picked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, it's just the whole thing just is strange to me. It's very, very strange.
Let's just say they're all idiots and move on.
That sounds like a winner to me.
All right. DoorDash is requiring to verify their people's identities quite a bit more in regards to unauthorized account sharing. Recently, we talked about there was a lot of pressure about terrible driving, dangerous driving from cities. So now they have decided that is requiring some drivers to complete real-time identity checks immediately after they complete a delivery. Previous drivers were occasionally asked to re-verify their identities before a shift. DoorDash has introduced it in Los Angeles, Denver, Seattle, and other cities, planning to roll it out wider next year. So this is interesting. I don't know if it's DoorDash's. This is what the AP is claiming. DoorDash said has also developed an advanced machine learning system that can flag potential unauthorized account access, including login anomalies and suspicious activity. If the company detects a problem, it will require drivers to re-verify identity before they can make more deliveries, which is huge, right? So you're out
Right.
like busting a hump, and they're like, "Oh, something ain't right."
Yeah.
They're gonna flag you right there. It's not like when you go to log in again.
Right. A good way to do it, because these people who share accounts, if you log in once with your face and then give the phone to your buddy and they take off, now they're going to be out, across town, and all of a sudden it's going to ask for another picture. That's not going to work as well.
DoorDash won't estimate how many drivers are using shared accounts, but it says that safeguards are effective. Last year, it began asking drivers to re-verify their identities monthly by submitting a selfie. The company says now it's asking more than 150,000 drivers to complete selfie checks each week, and it's removing them from the platform if they don't comply. Obviously, because then they're not able to get on the app. So, I mean, it's not like you're like I'm going to kick you out. So I think that's good. I mean, that's the first app that I've actually seen someone doing it per shift, per se, like Walmart. Like, I mean, if I go on every day, I don't have to do it. But if I skip a day or there's a day in between, they make me verify, and it's fine. It takes 90 seconds or a minute.
Yeah.
But I would be fucking hot if I got it during. What is that? Did you have a car drive by? Like a big truck?
Yes.
So with that mic, it's not like these mics where it keeps everything. I'm like, is that my house?
Yeah.
Anyways,
big truck just drove by.
I'd be frustrated if Walmart was like, oh, yeah, guess what? Before you can get your next order, you got it. Like, here I am and, 7 miles away. I need to get my next order and drive back to the store. But, oh, no, I got to verify. And again, it only takes a minute, but you know how it is. Like, if I'm getting started to work, I'm okay with it. I'm still at home. I'm still wherever I am. I'm just... we're not rocking it out. But if I'm rocking it out trying to get a bonus or something like that, and I go,
you're in your groove.
Yeah, the groove. Yeah, you're in your momentum. So,
yeah, it just kind of throws everything out of whack when you gotta get out and do this other thing you weren't planning on doing.
Bubba Sue, this is a good thing. Finally, DoorDash is doing something about these illegal accounts. Yeah, I would love to see all of them, even Flex. God, I would be really annoyed if they did it in a route on Flex. Yay. But I think they should do it. That's the only way we're going to crack down on it. If you give them, other than if they can figure out some better technology to, I mean, like, what's it say? Andre, he said you can get that shit in the Google Play Store to like make your face look like it's somebody else's. It's like real time. They can do that. So until they, until they can figure out technology that makes it so that, there is no scammers. I mean, I'm okay with all of this.
Yeah, for sure.
So Miguel said somebody taking a dump. I'm not sure what that means, but Miguel, he's the king of random comments. Trust me, he texts me every day. Let's see. Larry, Lyft passenger arrested after shock driver finds him naked.
This is from Florida. Surprise, surprise.
Yep.
So it says a Lyft passenger was arrested after the stunned driver found him, and this is in quotes, a little naked in the back seat of the car. So the 48-year-old passenger was picked up last weekend in Lakeland near Tampa, Florida, when the driver heard a strange noise from the back seat. He turned around and was shocked to find the passenger had taken off his clothes in the back of the vehicle, and the driver immediately told him to stop. Said the Lyft company contacted the Polk County Sheriff's Office and reported that one of their drivers was in a very, very uncomfortable situation. The driver informed the deputy that he had picked up a passenger, heard a strange noise, and turned around to see the passenger was sitting on the back seat with no shirt, no pants, no underwear. The driver told him to stop. The suspect told police he got a little naked after he was overcome with a feeling.
I got the feeling.
Got the fever. So, police arrested the man 10 miles from Lakeland in the city of Auburndale. The man who lives in Groveland, which is near Orlando, has been charged with exposure of sexual organs. So that's a weird sounding charge, but that's what they charged him with. So, he got just a little naked. And got to cut him some slack, just a little naked.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to let it air out. I mean,
you got to be free, man. You just got to go. Like he went ultra commando.
yeah, you're in Florida. It's
hot, sweaty.
Yeah, let's just
air it out, man.
Let's just get after it. But
uptight Lyft driver, man. I don't know what his problem is.
Yeah, no kidding. Just chill, bro. Just
live and let live.
Yes, like pretend it's the 60s. Like it's all good. All right, moving on. A McDonald's customer speaking of Lyft, threatens Lyft riders, but actually shoots her own daughter. Now, I read this, and I still don't understand how this happened. So the 32-year-old mom allegedly thought someone was pointing at her rather than at the Lyft car, which had just arrived, and a pointed finger was enough to set her off, firing her gun at the passengers. And while she missed her target, somehow she managed to strike her daughter. From the Independent, when the Lyft arrived, one member of the group waiting on the ride told police they were pointing outside to alert the group the Lyft had arrived. Melissa's daughter said a member of the group was pointing at Valbrum. I don't know who that is. Probably
the mom,
the driver. This led to an argument inside the restaurant that later continued outside. By that time, the three members of the group were inside the rideshare. Valbrum then allegedly retrieved a gun from her vehicle and began threatening to shoot and kill all three of them while pointing the firearm in their direction, the affidavit stated. As the Lyft drove off, the passengers heard a gunshot and saw the teen had been shot. The gentlewoman was arrested and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, battery, and culpable negligence inflicting personal injury, reports the Independent, but was released from jail for the next day.
Yeah, I wonder why they put that in the article, the gentlewoman.
Yeah, I don't know. So funny, this is from Steve's website. So a lot of times he just posts links, but I think he actually wrote this. Or whoever he has writing for him. But yeah, the gentlewoman, instead of gentleman, it's a like gentleman, it's gentlewoman. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's politically correct. Who the fuck knows?
Could be.
But yeah, it's Miguel exposed of sexual organs. Yeah, I mean, like, what are we doing here? Like, why are you frustrated? And if they're driving away, how is your daughter in front of you that the bullet didn't hit the car, but it hit your daughter? So
yeah, some people do not need to have firearms.
Yeah. Oh, the next article, is this the article I read that talked about hop skip?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, it didn't. I don't think it mentions them. But anyway, going back to my previous article, I wonder if that driver would have been so upset and called the police if it was a pretty woman in his backseat taking her clothes off.
Maybe. I mean, I think I would, just because I'd be worried I'd get charged with something.
Well, I mean, I've never had one get naked. I mean, I've had one take off her shirt, and I've had one change outfits twice in my car.
Yeah.
During the day. But yeah, I don't know. I probably would be a little weirded out. I'd be like making sure, I'm like, hey, dash cam's on. Yeah, just so you know, just recording everything. So
yeah, yeah, just be careful. Like you can do what you want, but you're getting recorded.
Exactly.
And I'm streaming it to your priest, so I hope you good luck in confession.
Oh my goodness.
So before you start, this article is the one I was talking about, because on the lower end, it does talk about hop, skip, drive. And this is how I figured it out, because this is hop, skip, drive connects directly with school districts to help students who don't have a reliable transportation into school. Okay. So, but anyways.
Yeah. So this article with the headline that children are being forced to take ride shares to school as bus routes are cut, leaving millions of parents scrambling. It says only about 28% of U.S. students took a bus to school in the most recent survey, which is surprising.
That is very low.
This is down from about 36% in 2017. But I've seen this trend over the years. I mean, when I went to school, like hardly anybody was dropped off.
Yeah.
You either walked or rode your bike or you took the bus.
Yep.
Now it's like so many people take their kids
to
school. We live right by a school, and that traffic, if for some reason I came home, at the wrong time, like we can't even get in our neighborhood hardly.
Yeah, it's bad. They're one of our intermediate buildings. traffic's backed up all over. And then if it's snowy or rains,
Yeah.
add
yeah.
25% to that.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
crazy. Why would you want to be fucking stuck in that line? So this is what we have happen. We got people going into the bus drop off.
Oh, really?
Boy, nothing chaps Jason's ass more other than the colonoscopy is when somebody's in there, I will block them in, or if I don't have the opportunity to do that, I will lay on the horn. I'm like, I'm going to make this uncomfortable as possible.
So you don't do it again.
Well, it's a safety issue for us because we're
sure.
dropping like loads of kids off, like
right, yeah,
hundreds
they
and
have
hundreds.
no business there. Just they think they're special and they're entitled.
Yeah, if you want to drop your kid off, totally fine, but you do it in the proper way, and you sit there for 35 minutes like everyone else.
Yeah.
Anyways, rant over.
Yeah. So anyway, it says this really surprised me. It says Chicago Public Schools, which is the nation's 4th largest district, has slashed its bus service in recent years. While it still offers rides for disabled and homeless students, families are left on their own. Only 17,000 out of 325,000 students in the district are eligible for school bus rides.
Well, remember, a lot of that, if they can walk to school or if they can get public transportation. So most of these kids, these 17,000, are probably suburbs. You know what I mean? Where they're further away from the school, because in the city, you can take public transportation. Although you're not going to put a 3rd grader on the frickin' L. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about the L there. When I was in D.C., I mean, I saw some pretty young kids riding the Metro. Of course,
Really?
The Metro is a lot safer, I think, than the L is. But I saw some kids probably, I mean, they looked like maybe 10, 11 riding by themselves.
I mean, that's 10, 11, that's like 4th grade.
Yeah. So, and like I said, 17,000, these are probably a large part of these are because what it sounds like to me, it says it offers rides for disabled and homeless students. Families are on their own. So I don't think it sounds like unless you're homeless or disabled, you don't even have an option to ride the bus.
Yeah, which seems odd. Is it just because they don't have enough drivers? Is that
it does? They don't say why. They just say it's been drastically cut over the years.
See, that'd be a hard job to say. Okay, we don't have enough drivers. Who gets priority? You know what I mean? Because you're going to piss somebody off.
Yeah. So they've done some different things. Earlier this month, the school system launched a pilot program that allows students that are attending out-of-neighborhood magnet or selective enrollment schools to catch a bus at a nearby school's hub spot. Aims to start with rides for some 1,000 students by the end of the year. Critics say this isn't enough. It says the people who had money and privilege were able to figure out other situations like rearranging their work schedules or public transportation. But people who didn't, some had to pull their kids out of school. They have something called the Piggyback Network, where parents can book a ride for their student online, along with another parent who's traveling in that same direction. And then it says rides cost roughly 80 cents per mile, and the drivers are compensated with credits to use for their own kids' rides.
Okay.
So you don't make money, but you're getting credit for your kids, I guess, to use it. It says, there it talks about, unlike Piggyback Network, which connects parents, a Hop Skip Drive connects directly with school districts to help students who don't have reliable transportation to school. It supports some 600 school districts in 13 states. However, it is banned from operating in certain states, including Kentucky.
The Hop Skip Drive?
That's what it says in this article.
Wow.
It says a group of Louisville students has been lobbying on behalf to change that. Other examples of similar schemes include an app called Kango, which was launched in California and Arizona as a free carpooling app. Drivers are typically paid more than they would driving for apps such as Uber or Lyft, although the scheme usually has more requirements, such as walking some students with disabilities into the school. So parents are just having to get creative in some of these places, to figure out how they're getting their kids to school.
Yeah, Bubba Sue says budget costs cuts. I don't think that's it. That's not it in our area. We've made,
here's probably definitely drivers.
Exactly,
it's
drivers. Our contract is the best contract it's ever been. We make the most money. Now it's not a lot. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's still public school work, but I mean, it's the best it's ever been as far as benefits and bonuses and stuff like that. Right. You just can't get anyone in.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bus parked right up the street from us, drivers wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know what it is. I can't figure it out. It's been that way since COVID, even a little bit before.
Mm-hmm.
I mean the starting pay is getting better, but it's a little low on our end, but still it's a great job for, retiree. Like, we're not even talking like, oh, millennials are lazy, I mean, it wouldn't be a job. And even for me, it's a little unique being almost 50 and doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But I just like doing all kinds of different jobs. So that kind of plays well for me, having lots of flexibility, but,
Exactly.
it doesn't keeps me from going crazy at a 9 to 5, 40 hours a week for 52 weeks a year. Fuck that. But anyways,
tell us how you really feel, Jason.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, even like elderly people, no one, the boomers are like, nah, we don't want to drive either. And it's like, I don't know. I don't understand it. But yeah. So, I mean, and there may be a budget issue in certain districts and stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I do feel bad. Like, at least in our district, we bus everyone that wants a bus ride. Like,
Sure, same here.
It's definitely not like we're not going to turn anyone away.
Right.
Because we don't have enough drivers. I mean, we're rail thin. Like, if
Mm-hmm.
two go down, we're gonna have some trouble.
Yeah.
Like, two full-time drivers. So it's like we'd like
Living
to
on the edge.
Yeah, we'd like to add a few more reserve drivers. But yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. I know it blew my wife's mind when she moved here from Virginia. The school buses, until COVID, they would pick kids up at your house, You didn't have to go to like a central bus stop.
Okay.
The bus would stop in front of each student that picked up. It would stop in front of their house and pick them up.
Oh, wow.
And she was like, "That's crazy." She's like, "In Virginia, all the kids in our cul-de-sac met in one spot, and that's where you got picked up. And there's like 25 kids there,
Well, that's what we do. We do at Granville. We don't do individual stops.
Well, they don't here anymore.
Oh,
Since
okay.
COVID, they've changed it. So now, for like 2 weeks before school starts, you'll see the signs out in the yard. This is a school bus stop.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So they can just go to that one. Because ours are all assigned and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's school signs.
Gotcha.
The school system puts out signs out
Gotcha.
like campaign signs, but it says, this is a school bus stop. So everybody who lives near there knows that's where their kid needs to go.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Because they change, they change.
Oh, yeah, they change all the time. So, yeah, it's a challenging. The logistics is a tough thing. Miguel says, imagine driving a bus in Chicago. Yeah, I'm going to pass on that. Oh, we hired at the retirement home. We just hired an old coot to drive, and he did drive bus in Chicago. Like, he's an Italian guy, like straight Italian. Like, you can tell when he speaks. I haven't met him yet. But he used to drive bus in Chicago, or it was Chicago, or it was a big city. Maybe it was New York. I don't know. But I'm like, God, that guy's.
I bet he's got stories.
He's seen some shit, man.
Yeah, I'm sure. No doubt.
All right, moving on, Larry. I actually double booked you on stories, but I'm sure you're okay with that. So
I'm good with it. So Lyft is testing out what it's calling a first of its kind program for Utah drivers, starting January 1st, in which the rideshare company will offer to contribute 7% of eligible drivers' quarterly earnings into a savings account to be used for things like benefits or to cover paid time off. So they're partnering with a company called Stride, which most people have been around gig work, Stride. They offer insurance and mileage tracking and a bunch of different things. And thank you, Josh.
Josh, thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Yeah, happy holiday to you as well. So Lyft says they're partnering with portable benefits provider Stride, and we've been providing against the status quo for a long time. It says if you're an independent contractor, you can't have benefits. If you're an employee, you can't have the kind of flexibility as a contractor. We think that this shouldn't be the reality, so we're trying to kind of help you do both. So basically what it is, now you do have to, in order to qualify for this, you have to have earned the top tier elite Lyft driver status.
Okay.
So you got to,
accept every ride.
Well, you got to be kind of dedicated to Lyft. I don't think I've ever reached elite Lyft status.
I didn't even know that was a thing, to be honest with you.
It's just like the, it's like the Uber
the diamond.
Diamond, yeah, like the diamond. So you have to earn the top tier, and you also have to open a Stride savings account. After that, Lyft will look at your previous quarter earnings, and they'll do whatever you earn the previous quarter. They'll contribute 7% of that and put it into a savings account for you.
So you had mentioned that you can only spend it on benefits and PTO, or is it just like, can you just withdraw?
No, it doesn't say that that's the only thing you can spend it for. I mean, if it's in your savings account, I would think you could use it for anything.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it says that's what they mentioned.
You suggest
savings account to be used for things like benefits or cover paid time off, but it says it's going into your savings account. So I would assume that you could use it for whatever you want. They were not specific on that.
I mean, that's not bad. Like,
no, not at all. 7% is not bad.
I mean, 4 times a year you get a 7% bonus.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, my God.
Let's just hope that his doctor doesn't give him the tip.
Oh my God, Larry. Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's what she said.
Oh my gosh.
You're gonna be thinking about that, man, as you're going under tomorrow.
God, I hope I don't like have a weird like Twilight moment where it's just starting to hit me. I was like, hey, my friend said don't put your tip in me.
Okay, we're gonna have to report back on this.
Jesus, Jenny. Oh my God.
Oh goodness.
Tip your doctor colonoscopy.
Thank you, Miguel.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So anyway, Lyft said they've been investing in a number of driver-focused initiatives in recent months in an attempt to keep drivers and riders on platform. The drivers and riders on platform hours, up. So it's a sweet spot and gap to navigate investing in drivers and customers and hoping for strong returns. The guy that interviewed said, I'm going in with a lot of optimism and belief that if we show up in this way, then we can finally see financial benefit for the overall platform and also really benefit drivers and riders. So
I really do like that, as much as we dog the rideshare companies. And I wish they would lower that level a little bit. I wish they would be like, well, at Elite, it's 7. At blah, 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 it's 5. And that,
do it tiered.
Yeah, do it tiered. Now, if you're just a terrible driver, your rating's terrible, and you accept one ride every 100, well, you shouldn't get anything. But I think they should tier it, just like a rewards program like they do, like Flex. You do so many deliveries, you get like 7% cash back on gas instead of 5 and stuff. But I really appreciate them trying to do something. And the naysayer's going to say, well, they should just pay us more money up front and blah blah blah. But no, they got to have a little advantage on their end. They want to make you work a little more, and then they're going to reward you for it. I mean, that's kind of how the system should be anyways, right?
Yeah, it's a little carrot out there for you.
Yeah, because honestly, like, it doesn't matter if you're a great driver. Typically you get paid the same as Johnny, who is a terrible driver. But at least this kind of differentiates a little bit from the better driver and the more dedicated to the company and stuff. Right. Not that I'm promoting you go ball. Oh, I said balls deep again. But at least I said it. It said I would say it in Lyft. I mean, I'm not saying do that just for the 7%. But if you're already out there hustling and you accept every ride, you should be rewarded for that.
Exactly. Yeah, I have no problem with that because, like I said, I don't know that I would get enough Lyft rides, and I'm certainly not driving enough these days that I would get that. But for the people who are, more power to them. They should be, rewarded more because they are dedicating themselves a little bit more to that company.
Yeah, not a lot of things that Lyft has done that I've been like, hey, this is good. This is one of them. I think it's great.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I got a couple minutes left. I'm gonna skip around a little bit. This one, too many options. Saw this. So it's a sign. It's a really nice box. Like, honestly, bravo at building that, because that looks like something that somebody built themselves. But
see, when I first saw that, what I thought it was?
An outhouse.
Exactly. That's what when first look at it, that's what it looks like.
So it says, leave Amazon boxes here in a custom-made box for you because of your fear of dogs. And first of all, fuck off, customer, because first of all, a couple of things. Number one, people have gotten bit by dogs and have trauma from it. Like it's
no
some
doubt.
scary shit. Number two, people generally could be, maybe they've never experienced a dog. You know, a lot of these people that live in the city, you know, speaking of Chicago, they don't have room for a dog. They don't know what the fuck to do. You know what I mean? They've not done a dog or owned a dog before. So whatever. And two, you always say little, what? What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
What the fuck are you laughing at? My numbering order?
No, you said they haven't done a dog. I was like, I hope they haven't done a dog.
Larry. I had a good rant going. Damn you. They haven't done a dog. So you guys, all your minds are in the gutters. Like, I ain't even talking about that. Like, Jesus. Oh, and the other thing is these customers say, "Oh, little Frankie won't bite you," but they will.
Yeah, they'll gnaw your ankles off.
Yeah, so I don't ever, Josh. I almost shit my pants after a dog chased me. It's scary. I love dogs, and I've run from some dogs. Like you get that wind, and you're like, that motherfucker's gonna bite me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and some of them, they may be the nicest dog in the world, but they sound like a killer. They sound like they're going to eat you for lunch.
Yeah, and people that aren't dog owners, they don't know the cues. They don't see, you know, if I see a dog with his hair standing up, you're about ready to get fucked up. You know,
you better back off.
Yeah, you better back off. And I told a story like a month ago that I had that where that lady's like, "Oh, you don't want to be here." I'm like, "Oh my God." So I mean, I appreciate them making the little thing, but it's like,
didn't need to have the Snyder Mark sign.
Yeah, I mean, what do people do? What happened? I mean, UPS has got to have the same issues. I don't know. Maybe it's because they have regular route drivers, so you build a relationship with the dog. You know what I mean? So you don't have that issue. But like Flex, like even DSP drivers, I don't think they go to the same place every day.
Right, yeah, you're not going to have that. You're not going to know it's coming, and you're not going to have any experience with them.
Right, so, well, that was a good episode, even though your mic's foobarred. I got used to it. You get, it's called ear blind. So, like, when I'll edit an episode for a client, and it'll be, I mean, trash audio. I'm like, can't do it. No, and then by the end, I'm like, I get used to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you get used to it. We get used to things pretty quickly.
Yeah, we do. So this is our last episode, live episode for 2024. I have not put the best of together, but I will have some time over the next week. So we'll be off for a couple of weeks. You will have some content to listen to. I'm going to go take my milk of magnesia to get things percolating. Appreciate you. I actually kind of like the 7 o'clock time frame. I'm not going to lie. I mean, it's kind of nice to get done earlier. We'll have to reevaluate over the holidays. Maybe we do it a little earlier.
Hey, it works for me.
I mean, if it works for you, that's fucking great. So
yeah. 7 o'clock's fine with me.
All right. So everyone have a great holiday, great Christmas, great New Year.
Happy Hanukkah.
I hope happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, happy Boxing Day. I hope you all just have a great time, spend time with your family, and fuck everyone else.
Good memories.
You're being nice, and I'm like, fuck everyone else. So, as always, don't put up with anyone's bullshit.
And we'll see you on the road. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
This podcast is produced and edited by Hey Guys Media Group. Want to start a podcast? Check out heyguysmediagroup.com.